Ever had one of those days when you wake up and just want to stay in bed? When you don't want to face the world because it seems too harsh, too cruel? Imagine feeling that way every day. That was life for our protagonist, a person who lived in the shadows, under the weight of constant bullying. In the beginning, life was a series of dark days, filled with dread and apprehension. Every morning was a battle against fear, every interaction a test of endurance. The world felt like a battlefield, with every corner hiding a potential enemy. The constant bullying stripped away self-confidence, reducing life to a mere existence in the shadows. Then something shifted. A spark flickered in the darkness. An inner voice whispered, "Enough." It was time to step out of the shadows, time to reclaim life. The journey from despair to hope, from victim to victor, began with that single decision. The first step was acceptance, accepting the past, the hurt, the pain, and acknowledging the impact it had. It was not about justifying the bullying or the bullies, but about accepting its existence. This acceptance marked the beginning of healing. The next step was self-empowerment. Our protagonist began to realize that their worth was not defined by the bullies. They started to appreciate their uniqueness, their strengths. They began to understand that they were not alone, that they had allies, friends who saw them for who they truly are. The transformation didn't happen overnight. There were setbacks, there were bad days. But with each passing day, the shadows began to recede. The world started to seem less daunting, less hostile. The protagonists started to reclaim their life one day at a time. The final step was forgiveness. Forgiving the bullies, not for their sake, but for their own. Holding on to resentment was like carrying a heavy burden. Forgiveness was the key to dropping that burden and truly stepping into the light. In the end, the protagonist emerged from the shadows, not as a victim, but as a survivor. They replaced fear with courage, despair with hope, and resentment with forgiveness. They learned to live in the present, to embrace life in all its glory. The journey from the shadows into the light was not easy. It was a path strewn with obstacles and challenges, but it was also a path of growth, of self-discovery, and ultimately, of liberation. The key takeaways from this transformation journey are acceptance, self-empowerment, resilience, and forgiveness. Acceptance of the past and its impact. Self-empowerment to reclaim one's life. Resilience to keep going, even on the darkest days. And forgiveness to let go of resentment and truly step into the light. Remember, life is not about the shadows. It's about the light that waits beyond them. It's about the journey from darkness into light, from despair into hope. It's about stepping out of the shadows and embracing life in all its glory.